magnificent estate was nestled in the heart of a dense forest, where the trees stood tall like silent sentinels guarding ancient secrets. Its towering spires pierced the sky, casting ominous shadows that seemed to dance with the whispers of the wind. It was here, amidst the tranquil solitude of nature, that a videographer named Alex received an intriguing invitation. A wealthy and reclusive couple sought his services to capture their extravagant wedding celebration at their remote estate. Excited for the opportunity to earn big money, Alex eagerly enlisted the help of his trusted assistant, Emma, to embark on this extraordinary journey. But they didn't know that their venture into the heart of the forest would unravel a terrifying tale beyond their wildest nightmares. Alex and Emma arrived at the estate as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting an ethereal glow over the landscape. The winding gravel road led them deeper into the forest's heart, the towering trees creating a canopy that obscured the sky above. Finally, they emerged into a clearing where the estate stood, bathed in the moon's soft light. Its imposing silhouette loomed over them, its windows glinting like eyes in the darkness. A chill ran down Emma's spine as she surveyed their surroundings, a sense of unease settling in her chest. But Alex's excitement was palpable, his eyes alight with anticipation as they stepped out of the car and approached the grand entrance. On the wedding day, an eerie stillness blanketed the air, hinting at hidden secrets. Alex and Emma set up their equipment in the grand ballroom, ready to film every moment. Despite the joyous celebration, a sense of foreboding loomed, shadows dancing ominously in the corners. Ignoring Emma's unease, Alex focused on capturing the perfect shot, unaware of the horrors awaiting them. As the night went on, Alex and Emma diligently filmed the celebration, capturing the newlyweds' tender moments and the guests' joyful fun. However, the hours passed, and the guests would not leave. Instead, the mysterious owner of the estate invited them to join the celebration. Reluctantly agreeing, Alex and Emma decided to take a break and secure some of their equipment in the room where they spent the night so that nothing would be lost. But when Alex returned to the wedding venue, he was met with a chilling sight. The guests had vanished into the night, leaving behind an empty ballroom shrouded in darkness. And most disturbing of all, Emma was nowhere to be seen. Heart pounding with dread, Alex frantically searched the deserted halls of the estate, calling out Emma's name into the suffocating silence. Every shadow seemed to leer at him, every creak of the floorboards a sinister whisper of impending doom. With each passing moment, the sense of unease gnawed at his sanity, driving him to the brink of madness. Driven by desperation, he stumbled upon a door concealed behind a tapestry, its surface adorned with strange symbols that seemed to pulse with otherworldly energy. He pushed it open with trembling hands, revealing a chamber bathed in an eerie, pulsating light. But what lay within shook him to his very core. Emma was bound to an ancient altar in the chamber, surrounded by hooded figures. The air was thick with incense, and chanting filled the room. A grotesque figure raised a dagger, ready to strike the final blow in the ritual. Alex watched in terror, powerless to save his friend from the darkness. As the dagger descended, Emma's screams pierced the air, echoing off the walls of the chamber in a symphony of agony. Her body writhed in torment as the dark energies of the ritual consumed her, and her life force drained away with each passing moment. And as the last vestiges of her humanity were torn asunder, her form contorted into a grotesque visage of pain and suffering, her eyes pleading for mercy that would never come. Haunted by his friend's demise, Alex felt reality slipping away, consumed by fear and despair. Amidst the chaos, a flicker of determination ignited within him, refusing to succumb to the darkness. With every fiber of his being, he fought to collect his thoughts, knowing he could only escape the estate's horrors by retaining his grasp on reality. Trembling but resolved, he confronted the darkness head-on, determined to survive. As Alex fled through the labyrinthine corridors of the estate, his path was fraught with peril at every turn. Locked doors barred his way, and sinister forces lurked in the shadows, their evil presence closing around him like a suffocating fog. Desperation clawed at his throat as he fought against the unseen hands that sought to drag him down into the abyss. Finally, he found himself face to face with the estate's owner, a figure shrouded in darkness and mystery. With a voice like ice, the owner revealed the true nature of the ritual and the sinister forces hidden within the mansion's walls. Desperate to survive, his every instinct screaming at him to flee, Alex realized with a sinking heart that they were not alone. A dozen more figures emerged from the shadows, their eyes glinting with malice as they closed around him. Trapped like a cornered animal, Alex's every instinct screamed at him to fight, but he knew deep down that he was hopelessly outnumbered. With no chance of escape, Alex found himself surrounded and captured by the sinister throng, their grasping hands dragging him down into the depths of darkness. As he struggled against their iron grip, a sense of dread washed over him like a tidal wave, his fate sealed by the cruel machinations of those who dwelled within the cursed estate. As Alex found himself trapped in the clutches of the sinister figures, his mind raced with fear and uncertainty. But just as all hope seemed lost, a sudden shift in the air signaled the arrival of an unexpected ally. In a blinding flash of light, a mysterious figure emerged from the darkness, their presence commanding and powerful. With a wave of their hand, they cast a powerful enchantment that shattered the iron grip of Alex's captors, freeing him from their grasp. With his heart pounding with gratitude and confusion, Alex looked to his rescuer, only to find himself staring into the eyes of someone he thought he had lost forever. Emma. But her gaze held a darkness that chilled him to the bone, a stark reminder that things were not as they seemed. As she extended a hand to him, offering salvation amidst the chaos, Alex felt a shiver run down his spine, unsure of whether to trust the salvation she provided, or to flee from the depths of the nightmare that had consumed them both. And as he stood at the crossroads of uncertainty, the fate of his soul hung in the balance, a choice between the light of salvation and the darkness of damnation. Nothing was as it seemed in the twisted halls of the cursed estate, and the true horror of their ordeal had only just begun.